Hey, what is up, everybody? This is David Tress for the Love of Play, and today I'm doing a spotlight on a game called Atomworks. This is a fun little platformer that I discovered, and it's coming to mobile devices soon, which seems like a perfect fit for it. I made the decision, which was difficult to do because I was having such a good time, to stop playing, save it for a spotlight, and that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, there's a little demonstration of sort of the core mechanic of the game, which is that you have these white circles, and they launch these little dots, and on their own, the dots have no influence over this red sphere. But when you tap it again, uh, the orange dot sort of explodes and has some physical impact, or has some physical resonance with the red sphere, and then your goal is to try to get that red sphere into this little black sphere. So now we have an entire 6 white circles that we can shoot and launch our little red dots from, and it really becomes an exercise in attempting to anticipate where you're going to be sending this red sphere by when you're launching, by which of these circles you're launching your orange projectiles out of, and then when you are detonating them and causing what I'm going to call shrapnel to propel the red sphere into the black sphere. So like this. And then there's this black sphere has an amount of gravitational pull to it, so you can sort of just have it touch it, and then eventually, as long as you don't overshoot it by a huge margin, it'll get sucked up in there. Okay, so now we have, this is sort of an interesting thing because this is the first time we're running into the red sphere being further out than the black sphere, which means we need to get a little creative and launch an orange projectile out and blow it up when it is behind the red sphere. But yeah, again, I sort of stopped playing this right around this stage. I think I got through this one, and then I called it quits. But I'm definitely I'm interested to see just how complex these puzzles get. Okay. So I don't know what the white is here. I'm assuming that I can't overshoot, or else I'll lose my red ball. That's sort of what I would assume, or maybe. Wonder if I can bounce too. Okay. Now that I've bounced there, it is to a point where I can. Oh, okay. So the white is just walls, basically. Gutters or bumpers at a bowling alley. Okay. So that's definitely interesting, though. This basically turns into a game of miniature golf. The more complex these white barriers become, which I'm all about. I'm all about reinventing miniature golf, because right now, guys, it is garbage. Miniature golf is terrible. That's not true. I love miniature golf. So I'm a little confused. Oh, you know what? Right, so I'm gonna have to sort of bounce this around a bit. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm also curious if I will come to a point where I have an amount of shots, where I have a set amount of shots, or what's that go? Did I already have that? I think I might have already. Okay, yeah, so they're going down. So I have a total of 20 on this one, and I just used one. Okay. And there's just a lot of interesting things about this, because the closer to your red sphere that you are, you're going to have a greater impact. The shrapnel sort of loses its impact as it moves away from its point of explosion. But there's going to be certain moments where you have to wait it out and can barely get, use any of the impact, any of the momentum established, because that's the angle you got to go for. Okay, so we're through the obstacles. But yeah, this is actually surprisingly evocative of like miniature golf or putting or something. Or yeah, miniature golf because of the barriers that you have. Obstacles. Okay. Boom. There we go. But that's great. Yeah, and then the amount of shots, that's also sort of, you want to keep your amount of shots low when you're playing golf. Oh, okay. And now we just have negative space here. Let's try that. Okay. Is that good enough? Boom. There we go. Okay, so this is more... We gotta ricochet it. Or, no, we don't. What am I doing? What am I... David, come on. Use your brain. There. Oh, so this will just keep going perpetually? That's kind of interesting. So yeah, no, I want to be getting behind it and then exploding it there. So this might be the first one where I have misused some of my projectiles and I might not have enough to make it. Okay. But yeah, so like this is, you have to be incredibly conscious of when you're exploding it, because you want to be as close to... Okay, so I've ruined it now. But you want to be incredibly conscious because you want to explode it as close as possible to get as wide of a range or as much momentum as possible there. But yeah, cool. This is Atomworks by SenadMMG. I will leave a link to it in the description for this video. And it's a free game, browser-based. But it is also coming to mobile devices, which is super cool. I'm gonna make sure to check it out there. Alright, everyone, take care, and I will see you all later.